Hey guys, you ready to hunt a giant, freakish baby elephant thing? Also known as a gorm. Welcome to the second half of Lantern Year 3. Real quick before we start the hunt, I brought back Monkey D. McCloud into the party. He has the rawhide gear set, he's carrying the bandages, the bone axe, some monster grease, and he has the rawhide armor, his quixotic. He is departing while insane, so he will gain 1 survival and a +1 strength token. I forgot to add that. I did add all the survival for the hovel and their gear items. I did not do it for that. Let me reset my camera because it's getting laggy there. We'll get a +1 strength token. We put it right down here because these tokens I believe are these are for the gear and character related bonuses. So some cool stuff that I figured I would start doing to ease my memorization. What are these? From the Showdown Hunt temporary? Okay. What I should start doing is using these tokens to keep track of the stats of our character. So we have 1 evasion for the armor, and we have another evasion for the monster grease. So, very cool. Monkey is pretty damn powerful. Because of the binge eating, he cannot depart unless he has consumable gear. The monster grease does count as consumable. And he thinks he's immortal. As you recall, he will be taking all the brain damage. So I probably shouldn't have Monkey with the armor set, in all honesty. You know what? This is fine because I know how this Gorm works, and armor isn't even that good against the Gorm to begin with. So, the Gorm is going to be bypassing our armor. So that's Monkey. I will probably use his strategist if I remember. So we're bringing along Samus once again because she has the extra speed. She does have 1 evasion of her own. I already added her survival limit. She actually has 2 evasions. She has the monster grease as well. The bone darts, bone blade, and I gave her the rawhide headband and vest. So this is Samus Aran. She only has 2 survival. She gets 1 for the hovel while departing and nothing else. And since she'll usually be ranged, hopefully she won't feel the need to be overprotective. We're bringing Dixie back because she's destined. I figured, why not? I forgot about Ichmophobia, though. She cannot depart with axes, swords, spears, daggers, scythes, or Katars. Luckily for me, the darts do not count as any of those things. In fact, the darts are one of the few items that you cannot get a weapon proficiency in, because I believe they never added that to the game. Spears, fists, shields, bows, Katars, clubs, swords, grand weapon, axe, twilight sword, katana, whip. Why is a twilight sword like separate from a sword? And dagger. Yeah, they don't count as a dagger. They are bone darts. So apparently bone darts are okay. Bone darts are okay. So she's got the bone darts. She had dried acanthus, so she left with 2 extra survival plus 1 for the hovel. 3 armor for the skull helm. Although maybe the skull helm. Yeah, I'm gonna No, we'll let her get hits. That's fine. And then Palutena, she gets 1 for the hovel. She's coming as well because she is destined. She got 2 more for the dried acanthus, and she was at 2, so she's at 5. Survival, I gave her a bone blade, although she'll probably be scrying the whole entire time. I don't think there's any extra bonuses for me to cover. So 3 and 1, she is 1, 1, 1, 1. 2 evasion tokens. We are not heavily injured on the foot. We do not have bleeding tokens. 2 evasion and a strength. So From what I know about the Gorm, this should be kind of easy. I hear the Gorm is an alternative to the White Line. You can actually start your first fight with the Gorm in an alternate campaign if you want to change things up. So we'll find out how tough it is. We'll take a look at it. This thing is, it's a baby-headed beast with like hands coming out of his big ass mouth, and he's got like an anglerfish light bulb on his head. Disturbing. Let's go kill one. So as usual, go left to right. And who is this? It's Monkey, right? Because I got I've got Monkey and his mother with us. Dixie. I should have brought. Oh, Fox died. Can't bring Fox. So Monkey will be going first. And our event is the Morning Bull. You approach the fresh corpse of a Gorm. The survivors must choose to steer clear or go near. If we steer clear, we hear a mournful cry rising at our backs, and we each suffer 3 brain event damage. If we go near, another Gorm charges out of the darkness, wailing mournfully. The survivors are ambushed. Start the showdown immediately. The Gorm gains +1 damage token. Well, this fucking sucks for us. Because I don't want to be ambushed by this thing, let alone have it gain a +1 damage token. You cannot die during the hunt unless you are specifically told that you are dead. So I believe I would get a light injury here. She would go down to 1. She would get a light injury. And he would go down. And that would be the end of it. We wouldn't have to make a roll onto the brain heavy injury chart or severe injury chart. Although if we do, I have to remember we do accept darkness. I don't think we do. You do not make severe injury rolls. You can go to heavy damage, but you do not make severe injury rolls. I'll take the damage. Maybe it's worse than just being ambushed. It'll be a very short hunt phase. We'll avoid random events. Random events could be good. Random events could be really bad. We'll steer clear. We will steer clear. So, light injury for Palutena. 3 damage to Dixie. Light injury for Samus. And 3 damage to Monkey. That's gonna trip me up. This damn Gorm. We hear the mournful cry of the other one that was around. And we take some brain damage, unfortunately for us. Let us move on. Mating fields. This is going to be Samus. Ahead, the ground is covered in mounds of foul-smelling, corrosive vomit. Any of the survivors may choose to investigate. Each that does gains 1 courage and rolls on the table below. And then we roll a random hunt event if no survivors investigate. Well, I will investigate with Monkey first. And we'll see what happens here. Monkey gets a 4. You're dizzy and filled with regret. Suffer 1 brain event damage. So I would need a 9+ to get anything from this. 1 brain event damage from Monkey is not too big of a deal. I think no one else will investigate, because I don't think I'm going to be rolling 9s for free resources. So, Monkey investigated. They got dizzy sorting through vomit. I know it's disgusting, right? But hey, we were curious. So we will get a random event. Let's find out what's happening to us. We do get a 10 on the 10s, which means this would be a double 0. Because you can't do 105, so this is 5. It's interesting when you roll 2d10s for a 100, 1 through 100, because 2 10s would technically make 1,000. But a 10 on the 10s is just a 0. So we have a 5, Flesh Fields. Ahead, the stone faces on the ground give way to a field of man-sized fleshy boils sprouting thick black hair. The fleshy fields radiate moist heat. As they travel, every survivor suffers heat exhaustion, losing 1 survival. The revealer rolls on the table. Alright, that kinda is annoying, but not a big deal, hopefully. So everyone suffers heat exhaustion, and the event revealer is Dixie. And Dixie will roll a 4. Getting a lot of average numbers here. So 4 to 7. It is hot and gross, but the survivors pass through the flesh fields with no complications. Okay, it's nothing special. Overall, pretty uneventful hunt phase, because after that movement, we are matched with the Gorm. He's on the 4th card. So let's get this started. One thing to discuss. The Gorm is a 3x3 base, not a 2x2. And you cannot perfectly centralize a 3x3 base. So what you do is you make sure 4 of his things are covering the center, and you can put them on either of the 4 possible choices. I'll just put them up here on the top right for no particular reason. Let's move this dice. Let's move this dice. And let's look at the Showdown setup. So before I begin any further, let's find out about this monster a little bit. One day, great woe fell upon the settlement, probably the day we heard the screaming rain. Unrelenting storms raged overhead. Out of the squall, a giant beast came to gobble up the strongest and most beautiful, then wandered back into the darkness with a lonesome cry, searching for a mate. These Gorm things are completely fucked up. Alright, so deployment. 1 tall grass terrain card set up in the green zone. So a tall grass will be on each corner of wherever you start your Gorm. Where is the tall grass? Huh, I don't see it here. Oh, it's right there in front of my face. So 1 was on the top left, and 1 was on the bottom left. Also, while I'm setting up terrain, I do have to mention I did make a mistake. I thought that when a lion or any monster collided with the stone-faced terrain, they would break it. That's not the case. The terrain clearly has to state destructible. Otherwise, monsters just walk on top of them like it's no big deal. Or I guess you could think about it like they're tall enough to swat you off of the stone face and stuff. So speaking of which, I will probably bring a stone face into this fight. But the next thing we do is 2 random terrain cards. Yeah, 2 random terrain set up normally. So first we have a lion statue. And next we have, if I know I have to pull the tall grass out. If I get it, I'll replace it. We get 2 acanthus plants. And then I need, hey, look at that, it was on the top. After the acanthus plants. The 2 tall grass. So lion statue, obstacle, impassable, read hieroglyphics, use once per showdown, roll 1d10, and add your understanding to the result. On an 11 plus, you may re-roll your next result on a story event during this showdown. Interesting. I don't know if the Gorn probably does have some story events, so that is an interesting thing. Whoops. I want the acanthus plant, the other acanthus plant, and the lion statue. We have monkey with us, so they have max understanding, which is 9. So I have a high chance of benefiting from the lion statue. We'll see what I feel like doing. How is it set up? Set up adjacent to the monster. Well then, I'll just put it right here. And then the acanthus plants set up adjacent. No, that's the wrong one. Set up at least 6 spaces away from all other acanthus plants. So I can put these next to us. We can farm them real quick. Maybe get some more acanthus. We do start up, as usual, 6 spaces away from the monster in all directions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just like put one here. I'll probably want to be more towards this grass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're nowhere near the grass. I guess I'll set up down on the bottom. I'd rather have a person behind it too. Can put a plant here. What I think I'm gonna do is run into the tall grass with my guys. Yeah. And then I would want to run into the tall grass with someone over here, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just put this like here. That should be fine. The last thing I want to do is use my strategist ability. And we can, somewhat pick where we're fighting this monster. And there happens to be a giant stone face. I just want to double check. Yeah, giant stone face terrain. So set up at least 5 spaces away from all board edges. Well, I'll put it over here. Actually, if I can start somebody on top of this, that would be ideal. So what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we could start on top of this. Now that I'm thinking about it. So we could put the stone face here, like so. Got surrounding terrain, so we can stay in the middle and fight this Gorm monster. Let's get our characters. And plan an attack of some sort. Monkey, put you face first. You have a lot of insanity, and you think you're immortal, so... yeah, he can be there. Samus, we want her to get on top of the stone pillar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have her start here. She'll have to spend a turn climbing it, unfortunately. Clever game designers made sure this always spawns too far in. Palutena, who has the other bone darts? It's Dixie that does. So Dixie could get increased accuracy with her bone darts too. So I'll have Dixie start over here. This would be 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So Dixie will be here. Palutena, I will have start over here. I guess 6 would be, yeah, 5, 6. That seems good to me. Alright, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Let me just lock our terrain in place. And our monster friend goes first. So, Maul Arm Toss. Random threat in range, random survivor in range. Well, random threat in range, one of these two. 6 spaces away each. No target, eliminate. Full move towards target. Starting with the target, make a separate attack against each survivor adjacent to the Gorm. Well, that's annoying. After damage, he will do knockback 5. Jaw paralysis is a thing that could stop this. Alright. So he's coming up here. He'll be over here. It doesn't matter which one he would... Well, it matters for facing. So who's the target? Evens will be Monkey. Odds will be Palutena. Evens. So he is facing Monkey. His butt will be facing those two. Alright. 2 speed, 2 plus accuracy, 1 damage, and then knockback 5 after damage. So first we'll do Monkey. Monkey does have 2 evasion. So he hits on 4s. So we get 1 miss. That is a crack. Let's roll that again. That is better. 2 misses. Monkey dodges the blow. Palutena does not have evasion. So we get a hit and a hit on Palutena. Alright, 2 hits for her. I'll probably end up dodging one of these. Her brain and her gloves. This is only... Is it 2 damage each? It's 1 damage each. So 1 for the head, 1 for the arms, the hand. I will dodge the head because I don't want to be knocked down. And we will take the hand one. So that is that turn. Palutena was hit. So she gets knocked back 5. That's not so bad for 5 because it doesn't knock her down. And that is the Gorm's turn. Now we get a chance to retaliate. I realize this acanthus plant is like way out of the way now, but I'm not going to change the setup for conveniency. So whether or not I pick that up will... I could walk Palutena over there, I suppose. We're going to have Samus Aran move 1, 2. She will move here. She will spend her action to climb onto the stone face. As you can see here, you move on any space occupied by the giant stone face. Very cool. So following that logic, I'll have her go here. That increases the range of her weapon by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would reach. Dixie's going to do the same thing, so we'll just leave them both in those 2 locations respectively. Palutena will go next. 3, 4, 5. She'll come over here, and we will cat eye circlet. Our favorite thing in the world to do. So a mammoth distended gut, mammoth testes. Oh, good. We get to cut the balls off of this thing as well. And the mammoth tail. So this one, if you attack from his flank, you gain 2 strength when attempting to wound this location. Flank is a space adjacent to the monster that's not in the monster's facing or blind spot. It's the sides. If you guys don't know what a flank is. So that's cool. This one also has the flank rule. So these 2 are very safe to attack. And Mammoth Distended Gut. If I failed, he would perform Retch. Retch. Move the Gorm 2 spaces backwards. Survivors in the vomit zone suffer monster level damage to a random hit location that ignores armor. So if I had Captain Falcon stand here and he went 2 back, he would avoid the wretch. So that's not so bad. I'll just keep them in this order. These are good hit locations. Alright. Don't start calling him Captain Falcon. This is Monkey. I'll find a different opportunity to harvest this plant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monkey will get onto the side of this horrifying monster. And we will attack with our bone axe. So that's 2 attacks that hit on 6s. We do get 1 6 and an 8, so that will be 2 wounds. So first, I suppose I will go after the testes first, right? We don't want to fail that one. So when attacking this side, we gain 2 strength. We have nat 3 strength, so that's 5. I didn't add the strength for the weapons. Like, I put the tokens down for my armor. I didn't add it for the weapons. Let me do that now so I don't have to memorize weapon strength. And I'll start doing this as a standard thing. So 3 for the axe. He has, for this fight, 6 strength off the bat, right? 3, 4, and then 5, 6, yeah. You have... This is why... Alright, this is why I'm not going to do it for weapons. I will look at weapons and add it myself. It's because if someone has to switch weapons, I don't want to... She's the only one that can, but in the future it'll be an issue, so... He has... He shouldn't have 6. That should have updated. I guess when you just delete the tokens, it doesn't update. What if I... Will update it myself. He should have 2 naturally and then 3 for that. 4, 5, 6. 6 strength total. This thing does have a toughness of 8. Let me double check. It is a toughness of 8, move 6, standard level 1 beast. So we need 2s to wound. We don't even need 2s to wound. 3, 6, 7, 8. We automatically wound because we're hitting from the flank. He has 6. Flank is +2. So automatic wounds. I will roll to crit though, especially since the axe has crit bonuses. Let me re-roll that. I didn't mean to just smack these two. We get a crit. So the axe, this is going to be really good. Savage, once per attack, if you critically wound, cause 1 additional wound. This effect does not apply. So before I forget, like with the antelope, we cause 2 wounds. Then, critical wound on this card. The attacker gains the Mammoth Hunting Fighting Art. The Gorm is enraged and gains +1 damage token. Oh, he doesn't actually have like a balls resource like the lion does. So Monkey chops the testes of the mammoth. We get the Mammoth Hunting. It's not a secret fighting art. Just the Mammoth Hunting Fighting Art. Why is that so zoomed in? Mammoth Hunting. Spoiler alert for those that don't want to see all of these cards. Feel free to look away until I find it. I'll let you know when I find it. Mammoth Hunting. Alright, I found it. So let's copy pasta that. So Monkey is now a Mammoth Hunting Master. Like with Disorder, since we have 2, you can only ever have 3 fighting arts, and when you get a new one, I'll double check the rules. For a Disorder, you have to replace with the new one, but for a fighting art, I think you can choose not to adopt it. But gain 1 strength when attacking from adjacent spaces outside the monster's facing or blind spots. So he basically is flanking all the time. That's pretty cool. We get to roll one more time. Once again, it's an automatic wound, but we're rolling for that crit. Oh my god, we got another crit. So a critical wound, the axe does not trigger again. It says once per attack. So we only do 1 damage, but we do get a stout kidney gourmet resource. Stout kidney. So we'll take that out. Copy pasta. Put that back in. I guess I'll put it in this way. I will mention, one thing I did notice, I read in the book about resources. Until you archive resources, you're not supposed to copy paste them back into the deck. So the deck should be thinning. But since I'm on Tabletop Simulator, and I can copy paste it, since I'm playing single player, I'll make it harder for me to get rarer resources. So I won't thin the deck. I will always, since I've been doing it this way, I will always just copy the resources and put it back rather than thinning the deck. I guess I'll ask for anyone who wants to input their opinions on that. Should I thin the deck out and then during the settlement phase restore the decks? Because that applies for the basic deck too. While you're on a hunt and a showdown, if you got basic resources, you would thin the deck until the settlement phase when you copy, when you archive, write down what you have, and then restore the decks after. I think it's fine for me to just do it the way I've been doing it. Anyway, we've dealt 3 damage already. Monkey is proving to be a beast. I'm gonna have to get him the axe mastery. Just checking, he doesn't have a weapon proficiency yet. Okay, that ends our turn. So it is the turn of the Gorm. And the Gorm is going to strobe. Turn to face the most survivors. Then target all survivors in the monster's facing. Well, his facing, it would be this entire line, and then it goes inward. So, and unfortunately we're on top of the giant stone face. We're not going to be protected by it. Intimidate all targets. Roll 1d10 for each target. On the result of 3+, they suffer monster level brain damage and are knocked down. Turn the Gorm to face the opposite board edge. So he's just going to blind us and then turn around. Alright. We'll do this. Well, I'll use everybody's dice so I can do this all at once. So, blinding, intimidate, attack. Palutena dodges. Hit, hit, and hit. So, this is brain damage for Dixie. Samus is already lightly injured, and you can't dodge this, so Samus will have to roll on the severe injury chart, and the brain damage for this. So let me pull up the severe brain trauma injuries, and Samus, let's move all this dice. We get a +2 because we embrace the darkness. We roll an 11. Brain trauma. Maniacal laughter. You are knocked down. Gain +1 speed token. The priority target token. And 1d5 insanity. Alright, so Samus is knocked down. She's also the priority target. Get a +1 speed token. This is temporary for this fight only, so it goes on the top, not the bottom. Evasion doesn't help you dodge intimidate attacks. I think. You know what? I need to verify that one. I'm pretty sure it doesn't help you dodge intimidate attacks. Look at the glossary real quick. I'll look at evasion. It should say like non-intimidate. So what do we have here? Evasion attribute. When the monster survivor for evasion is targeted of attack, increase the accuracy on the attack profile by the amount of evasion the target possesses. Evasion can be a negative number, in which case it's subtracted from the attack profile's accuracy. Regardless of evasion, Lancer 10 always hits. An attack roll result of 1 will always be unsuccessful. Oh, right. I forgot that was a rule in this game. If you roll a 1, you automatically miss. No matter what. Same with wounding. So I need to roll. When I said my guy automatically wounded no matter what he rolled, I should have rolled. I did roll 2 10s, but I need to remember that 1s always fail. That didn't say I can't use it on intimidate. Let me look at intimidate. Innovate. Intimidate actions cause brain damage. Intimidate actions are not attacks or hits. Cannot spend survival to dodge them. Monsters don't need to be adjacent. Since they don't count as attacks or hits, you can't evade them. So I didn't think you could. So right, Samus knocked down. She got her speed token, and I think the last thing I need to do for her is 1d5 insanity. So it's not bad getting some insanity. Hopefully we'll get some nice insanity. Only 1. So a little bit of brain protection there. Oh crap, I don't want her next to Dixie. Because she's overprotective. Dixie's not. But if Dixie got knocked down, she would get knocked down too because she's a dumbass. Alright, well, that is the monster's turn. Everyone who got hit was knocked down. So Donkey Kong got knocked down, and Palutena is the only one dodged. Dixie got knocked down regardless. Or Samus would have been knocked down regardless. And that is his attack. The only person who can go is Palutena for this round. 2, 3. We'll move her here into the tall grass. You know what? 4, 5. So I want to get that acanthus plant. We'll manipulate the monster's deck. Alright, I'm going to stay in the tall grass. That's the smart thing to do because she's the only threat at the moment. Everyone else is knocked down. So the tail gets the flank roll. The skull, if you wound it, he would turn to face the opposite board edge and full move in a straight line. That doesn't seem so bad. And the bulging eye, he would also full move away from you. You can probably tell from these hit locations that the Gorm is not that big of a deal. He is a pretty simple enemy. So I guess we'll do it in this order. Here, I believe he does have a super dense location though, so I cannot slack when it comes to checking his hit locations. That'll do it for our turn. The Gorm wants to backslap somebody. Closest threat facing in range is going to be Palutena. So he is going to march over here and backslap her. Turn the Gorm so the target is in the monster's blind spot. Apparently he's going to kick her with one of his elephant hooves. Alright, 1 speed, 2+ accuracy. After damage, target suffers knockback 5. So we're in the tall grass. Palutena doesn't have any other evasion though. So he hits on a 4. Hopefully we can dodge this, because that would set me back from getting that acanthus plant. We do not dodge it, so we take 1 damage and we suffer knockback. Unless I want to spend a survival to dodge that, which I really don't. We'll just take the body blow and take knockback 5. That's not so bad. Alright. Our turn. Everybody does get up. Monkey D. McLeod here. I don't know if it's better for him to be in the blind spot for hitting or not. I guess it's fine. Yeah, we'll have Monkey go first. We'll stay in the blind spot. I'll move him 1 up so he's in the grass. There's an idea. So we hit on 5s instead of the 6 now. We get 1 hit only. And it will be on the mammoth tail of this beast. We automatically... Oh, we don't automatically wound now. Not in the flank. I am not in the flank. So our strength is 3, 6. I need a 2. And of course a 1 always fails. Could always get another crit. What is... Monkey! Does the matter with you, Monkey? I just want to make sure. Alright. Whatever. So we get a critical hit. That means we cause 2 damage. We get a critical hit to the tail. Turn the Gorm to face the opposite board edge. And full move forward in a straight line. At the end of its movement, the monster is knocked down. Unfortunately for me, he's facing that way at the moment. So now he's facing this way. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. A full move, 6. So let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is going to be on top of Palutena. So Palutena will suffer collision with the monster and be knocked back 5, and she will be knocked down. Monkey is going to be pushed to the side. I guess since he's in the middle, I will roll which side. Evens will be up, odds will be down. He gets evens, so he's up here, knocked down. And then this thing was not on the grass. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 spaces from the grass. He's right there, and he gets knocked down. Whoa, his model just falls through the floor. Apparently the top of his model doesn't exist. Alright, so when he gets knocked down, I just have to pay attention that he's knocked down. Let me, I can remember. That's not that much brain power to process. Oh, man. Yeah, he's knocked down. She's knocked back. He's knocked to the side. And remember, he doesn't have the trait. We do not take damage for these rolls. Or for these happenings. Unfortunately, though, Palutena got knocked on her ass pretty badly. Samus Aran. Samus is going to attack. She has 2 speed. So her Bone Dart will hit 3 times. I really hope I don't nail the super dense location. We hit on... Let me read the stone face. Two range, 2 accuracy. So we are definitely in range. I hit on 5s. So we get only 1 hit, which is alright. The bulging eye gets nailed with a Bone Dart. Can we cause it any harm? We roll 4, which is only a 7. She has no strength bonuses. So we do not cause any damage. I will move her to the side here. You can move normally on the stone face. Dixie will move over And Dixie will try to nail the Gorm next. Now she only gets one attack with the bone dart, but she'll hit on a 5. So we do land a hit. That was Donkey's dice. That's alright. And we wound. Or can we wound? Alright, it's a good roll. Goddamn autosave, man. And I hit the damn back of the table. We do not cause a wound, only getting a 6 there. So with that, that will end our turn. It is the Gorm's turn to attack, and he is rampaging. Closest threat facing in range is nobody, so no target. He will illuminate instead. The Gorm's bulb increases in intensity, suddenly making the darkness light. Until the end of the next round, all survivors are now threats, even if they are knocked down or use an effect that says otherwise. Insane survivors are thrown into wild fits. They are knocked down. Well, Monkey's already knocked down. Samus is not insane. Dixie is not insane. Okay, so everyone is a threat no matter what, even if they get knocked down on the next round. That's not so bad. Palutena gets up. Monkey gets up. I'm going to take a quick drink. Delicious. Let's have Palutena go first. She'll move 5 over. I don't know why I didn't have her pick that. Oh, right, because I've been doing this. So the skull is coming up. His trap card is available. So we'll find out what that does later. I'm going to delay it, probably. Perform a basic action against the attacker if I fail to wound here. Okay, so I will delay the trap. We'll have Monkey go first. So the trap would be a full move the Gorm towards the attacker. If the monster ends movement adjacent to the attacker, the Gorm headbutts them with its enormous skull as its lord dances frantically atop its head. Attacker suffers star damage to the head location, so 1 monster level. Turn the monster to face the most survivors. Each survivor in the monster's facing is knocked down and suffers 1 brain damage. Oh, man. Maybe I can take my time and ignore that for a while. I don't have to spend an action to get down, do I? You don't have to spend an action to get up on top of it. Alright. We'll put the hand first, because Monkey can totally handle a basic attack if he fails to cause a wound somehow. What I'm going to do, we'll attack with Monkey on the flank with the bone axe. So we need 6s to hit. We get 1 hit, 2 hit. So I will attack his hand first because I don't want him to run away and not take damage. So we'll do the hand. That wasn't a roll. There we go. Oh my god, Monkey got 4 crits in this game. Critical wound on this card. The Gorm's palms are wounded. The Gorm gains -1 movement token. Didn't I piss him off earlier? I'm thinking about it now. The testes. Oh, damn it. I forgot to give him that. +1 damage. You know what that would mean? When he did... No, the Intimidate attack is all he has done. He hit Palutena, I think... He would have knocked Palutena down because he would have did heavy damage to her hand. So she shouldn't be there. I'm not going to correct that now. That changes too much. I need to make sure I do all these effects. So he has -1 movement now. Before I forget anything else, he takes 2 damage. And we will proceed with the next roll. Monkey, absolute beast. Palutena shouldn't be here. She would be somewhere else. She got knocked back over to there. What the actual fuck? I swear the dice aren't rigged, guys. Oh, see, just a proof of concept. It's all random. I don't have any modifiers. We'll roll this one again. This dice is like super lucky. That's a more normal number. Anyway, I got another crit. Let me wound him first. Critical wound. The Gorm hacks and retches, spitting up a glistening mass. Gain 1 active thyroid strange resource. Active thyroid. That sounds weird. Active thyroid. We'll copy and paste the Reno. Right, dragging in on the search. So what is this? Organ consumable. Consume. Archive this and roll 1d10 on a 7+. Gain 1 permanent speed. Otherwise, your heart explodes, killing you instantly. Why would your heart explode by eating an active thyroid? The fuck? Stout kidney. Archive this and roll 1d10 on a result of 6+. Gain 10 survival. Otherwise, reduce your survival to 0. This guy has some weird shit. Alright. Okay, so we failed that. We did wound him here. Getting back to this. He will turn to face the opposite board edge and full move forward in a straight line. If I'm wounding his skull, how am I getting a thyroid? Never mind. I'm bad with anatomy. I should be better about anatomy, but I'm not. So, full move to the opposite board edge. His movement is a 5. I forgot. He was... Never mind. He's not knocked down anymore. 2, 3, 4, 5. He was knocked down before his last turn. He's got 3 HP left. I technically could kill him right here, right now, before I get the Acanthus. His trap is next. He's gonna knock everybody down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to be behind it. If he full moves to Samus, Samus is the priority with his next attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna... I can't go through Dixie. Alright. I want Samus off the stone face. I'll move Dixie here. Dixie will attack with her 1 bone dart. So she hits on the 7. It's technically like a 6, although it's reading as a crack. I'll re-roll it. I hate when I hit the table edge. Whether it's for the monster or not, I really hate when I hit the table edge. Alright, so we miss with Dixie's bone dart. Samus will stand here and then chuck her bone darts. We may as well activate this trap. She gets 3, right? Yeah, 2 speed. So we have a miss, a 5 plus 2 on top of here would be a 7. So 1 hit. That should be the trap. It is the trap. So full move the Gorm towards the attacker. If he ends movement adjacent to the attacker, the Gorm headbutts them. So I believe he's only 3 spaces away. So Gorm comes here, he's like, hey! Stop throwing darts at me. Headbutts them with its enormous skull. Attacker suffers 1 damage to the head location. I can dodge. It doesn't say I'm doomed. I'll just take the head damage though. She has the rawhide gear. So we'll do that. And turn the monster to face the most survivors. That would be this facing. There's 3 in the way. We're knocked down and suffer 1 brain damage each. So knock down, knock down, knock down. 1 brain damage for each of us. Is Dixie, right? Dixie will take light damage there. You know, next time I take out Monkey, if he doesn't get a ton of insanity because of Immortal, I need to make sure he's like unequipped or something. And I haven't had an opportunity to use his Peerless ability. He hasn't gained any insanity, if I recall. Hopefully I haven't made too many errors. Alright, so that occurred. The trap is done. I really wish they didn't get reshuffled, but hard game is hard for a reason. Okay. Palutena did go, so it is the Gorm's turn, and the Gorm wants to strobe. Face the most survivors, target them all in his facing, and intimidate us. Once again. Okay, so can't evade this. He's blinking his light. I'm pretty sure for intimidates... man, I need to find clarification on that. For the rest of this fight, I'm going to make it so that intimidate doesn't gain... I don't know. I kind of want to look it up. If it made the last attack harder for me, that's fine. Does evade help against intimidate? What do you have to say? KDM FAQ. It's a rules clarification mega thread. Intimidate. What happens? Would it be under the, I added the W. I didn't mean to add the W. I apologize for this. It's not very entertaining to see. You know what? Because it's not very entertaining to see, we'll stick with the rule. I do not gain evasion for that. I will look into this later. So Samus, Dixie, and Monkey. 3 pluses, we will get hurt. I will look into if intimidate does get, if evasion works on intimidate attacks. So by this, we all get intimidated. We are already knocked down. We will suffer 1 brain damage each. That means Samus has to make a roll on the severe injury chart as well as Dixie. Do Samus first. +2 because we are not fearing of the darkness. Alright, so Samus gets a 4. Flee! You're knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. Gain 1d5 insanity. Well, she's already knocked down. I guess she'll pick herself up again and then fall over. So she gets 1 insanity. That's not so bad. Brain damage, severe traumas don't even seem that bad. Samus is fleeing towards the closest board edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Samus is getting out of here. Yeah, her movement is only 5. So she'll get out of here and be knocked down. And Dixie's result for her brain trauma. She gets a 4, so she will flee, and obviously you can't run through people, so what would be the closer board edge? It's got to be the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually a 50-50. Evens will be right, odds will be down. Isn't odd, so Dixie will run this way and she will gain some insanity. 1d5. A 9, so that will be 5 insanity for Dixie, making her insane. Okay. No problem there. That is the Gorm's attack. It is our turn now. Samus wasn't... Oh, she got headbutted by the trap. And I believe she was knocked down from the trap. They were all knocked down from the trap, so they all get up. Okay, we're going to have Dixie go first. Move her here, and she will try and get us some Acanthus resource. We'll pick the plant. We do get a crit. I am really rolling a lot of crits. So I gain a new fresh Acanthus resource. Copy pasta. Put that back in here. Shuffle it. Nice. And we will unlock this plant. Put it away. So that's cool. What do I want to do next? We'll move Palutena next. 2, 3, 4, 5. Move a 5 straight. She'll be in the tall grass. We will Cat's Eye circle it. So bulging eye, the crowded fangs, and the skull again. Skull makes him run. Crowded fangs. If you attack from the Gorm's flank. Oh, okay. So that's a good one. And the bulging eye. If you fail, he will run. I guess I'll put the fangs on top. This one gets us a resource, so I'll put this one next. Since Monkey has been so good about critically wounding the Gorm. Oh, another thing I need to find out. When you have a +1 damage token, does that apply to Intimidate? It says they suffer monster level brain damage, and then it would be +1 because he has the +1 damage token. Going by that rule, when you take severe damage, you nullify all excess damage. You only make one roll for the attack. So it doesn't matter for Samus, it doesn't matter for Dixie. The +1 token would have made that 2 brain damage for Monkey. So that's fine. This game's starting to get nice and complex. It's just so much to keep track of. I'm going to have Samus pick this Acanthus plant. She's exactly 5 away. So we will do that before I end up killing this monster. We roll a 6. Yes. So 5 to 7. Find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain 1 survival. Archive this terrain. Samus gains a survival. We'll unlock. Archive that. Keep her on her token. And then Monkey D critical hit extraordinaire will obviously get some more critical hits. A 9 and a 5. The 5 misses, so we only get one hit. And it will be to that mammoth crowded fangs. We're on his flank, so we have +2 strength. We have 6 strength normally with the axe and us, and then I have his ability that gives him +1 for the flank. So that means we have a toughness of 9 right now. So the only way I miss is with a 1. And a 10, of course, will get us... Oh my fucking god, you've got to be shitting me. This is madness. Gain a random Gorm resource and +1 courage. Holy shit. MVP Monkey D. McCloud doing 2 damage. That's both AI cards, so he's only down to his basic action. Random Gorm resource. We get a dense bone. Alright. Holy shit. There's no space limit for this stuff, so if I do run out of space, I'll just start adding it to the side and then around on the top. Surely I'll never have someone that filled with resource loot. Alright, good job, Monkey. You're getting a fucking promotion. You better not die. I like Monkey D. McCloud now. It is the Gorm's turn. Closest threat facing in range is nobody. Closest survivor in field of view. That has to be Samus, as she is the priority target. And priority target overrides all other adjectives to follow. So going after Samus, he will move and attack towards her with a movement of 5. I'm pretty sure he's just going to not reach. No, maybe he'll reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He actually cannot reach. He will make a sideways turn because that will bring him closer. 3, 4, 5. He'll go here, but he cannot attack Samus, so he would be facing this way, and he does nothing. What does the lion statue do? Canthus plants are gone, so I can get rid of that. Roll 1d10, add your understanding to the result. On 11+, you may re-roll your next result on a story event during this showdown. I don't know if we're going to get a story event during this showdown. Let me just take a peek at the rewards for Gorm. Victory. You get a Gorm Chemist, you get a Gormery, you get the Negrito Innovation. Okay, there's no story events going down, so I don't really think I need that. Which means Monkey's gonna 2, 3, 4, 5 very likely be the killing blow with his... You know what? Before I make a mistake, this seems like a situation where I would be making a mistake. Was he here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no reason whatsoever that I can't use Palutena first to scry the hit location deck and make sure I do not hit a super dense location and lose my axe. So if I wound him, he will run away with this, otherwise it's not so bad. If I fail to wound him with this, which is unlikely, he will run away. The critical wound on here isn't that great though. If I fail to wound him with this, he will do a basic attack, which is fine because I have so much armor on my guy, and the critical wound here will at least get us a survival. So we'll put them back in this order here. Now Monkey knows, he knows it's safe. He's psychic. He's like, I'm gonna go specifically for the 2 locations Palutena foresaw with her cat eye. Oh, the 3! I only need the wound in this one location. Why am I not attacking from the flank? I increased my odds of hitting. I lowered my odds of wounding. That's fine. So all I have to do is wound. We wound. We have a 6, so we need a 2. At least a 2 to kill the Gorm. You've gotta be kidding me! It's unbelievable! The monkey strikes down the wrinkled elbow of the Gorm, and his pathetic howl emboldens the survivors. Monkey gains a survival, and the Gorm gets overkilled with 2 wounds. So he is defeated. Easy peasy. That was a pretty basic fight there. Do not get cocky if you have a good fight against a Gorm. He is probably easier than the lion to kill. Alright, so let's do our rewards. Good showdown, guys. So the first time the Gorm is defeated, add the Gormery and Gorm Chemist, or Gorm Chemist, to the settlement locations. If you have not innovated it yet, the settlement gains the Negrido innovation. So first, Gormery, Gorm Chemist, they are now unlocked. We can make Gorm stuff, which is actually pretty cool if I recall correctly. The Gorm Chemist lets you transmute 2 organs to get a random potion. And then we want the Negrido innovation. Let's see if I can find it here. There it is, Negrido. So Negrido counts. It increases our survival limit. Let me do that before I forget. And once this lands in you can roll 1d10. On a 1 and a 2, you make an elixir of disintegration. You archive a bone resource. On a 3 to 10, you can spend 3 bone to gain 1 dense bone Gorm resource. Add Negrido consequences to the innovation deck. So let's look for consequences for Negrido. Now this is where I should take my time, because this is an expansion. Negrido consequence, Alibido. And I don't have a handy dandy reference sheet to tell me how many consequences we actually add. I'm pretty sure it's only that one. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's only that one, because I put these all in order and I've never shuffled this, so the rest of this should be the core set stuff, and it is. Alright. So, Albedo gets added to the innovation deck. Next thing that we do, we gain 4 basic resources, 4 Gorm resources. So we'll shuffle up the basic. We will get a skull, an organ, and a hide. So the skull, and the survivor of my choice gains 1 insanity. We'll give it to Monkey, because when he gains an insanity, he is peerless. He will gain a survival with it. Alright, so that's those. Let me copy these 4 and paste them over there. Then we can add these back to this deck. Alright, cool. And then we get 4 Gorm resources. So we get a stout hide, a handed skull, jiggling lard, and a dense bone. Copy these resources and paste them. Okay, very cool. Let me just make sure I check my steps let me see how well I can do this. I'm gonna bring it up without glancing at it. First, we refresh our guys, so no damage on Monkey the hero. Light injury is gone on Samus. Light injury is gone here. Bleeding tokens are all removed. Light injury is gone, gone, gone. So that occurs. We get 4 whatever this stuff is called, endeavors. 4 endeavors to spend. I wonder if it's even possible to get that many endeavors late game. That seems knocking futs to me. Alright. Get 4 endeavors. The next thing we do is there's something before updating the death count. It's a settlement event. We do the settlement event. I'm getting better about this. Now, there's 2 things that happen here. One, once we hit year 4, we will get the Gorm weather. So before we hit year 4, though, we only get a normal settlement event, which, randomly it could be Gorm weather. We could get it twice. The Elder Council. The elders of the settlement gather to reminisce over their hard-won scars. Count the total number of hunt XP among all survivors. Add the bonuses and consult the table. If I had Saga, Sacrification, or Records, I would get 1d10 for each. We don't have any of those. God damn it. Alright. I have to... This won't take long. Let me do this. Let me zoom in here. Pull it out. We have 1. Still 1. Still 1. Okay, that's all 3 girls. Why does it say unnamed? Oh, right. It never updates properly on the second one. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, still 6, 7, still 7, 1 more. Still 7. Okay. I didn't introduce you guys to the kids yet. I'll do that later. The new kids I did name. Whoops, get back in there. Nope. Just make sure you are Mario. Yep, you have the shattered jaw. So that's 7, but I forgot to add the hunt XP before we did this. So that would be 7, 8, 9. He will get an age. I will do that after. I have to do that before the settlement event. Let me just count. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They all gain an age. So 15, so I don't forget. Let me just note. 15. Okay. Does that say that? Yeah, it does. Alright, 15. First, all 4 of these guys gained an age, so they will all roll on... They all get to choose a weapon proficiency, if I recall, for the first age. And they get to roll on a chart to get a bonus of some sort. They roll 2d10s, so I'll do them one at a time. We'll start with Monkey. This should be exciting. Monkey gets a 6. 3 to 6, gain a permanent strength. Monkey, you beast. 4 strength for Monkey. 3 strength for Monkey. I'll remove tokens at the end. This is why I really do like the token thing too. So you gain that, and you get to choose a weapon proficiency. I think Monkey would like to be proficient in axes. Sounds good to me. Let me get rid of the S. I'll just say axe. Alright. So proficient with axes. One thing I don't know, I don't think when you gain this, you don't gain an experience towards your weapon proficiency on the same hunt. Yeah, it says you're now eligible to gain a proficiency level. Okay. So we have an axe. Don't listen to all these choices because we have a few extra choices that I can pick. If I want to see the list of all of my proficiencies, it's these. So Samus will get her shot to shine. I don't think dart is a proficiency that I can have, unfortunately. 6 and a 5, that will be 11 for Samus. So 7 to 15, gain 1 random fighting art. Very well. Samus shall gain whatever that is. Defender fighting art. When a survivor adjacent to you is knocked down, you may spend 1 survival. If you do, they stand and gain +1 survival from your words of encouragement. You cannot use this if you have a broken jaw. The irony to this is while she can stand them up, she herself will be knocked down in the process. she comes over to them to help them. Falls down stumbling, but she's like, you can do it. Get your ass back up. That's hilarious. I love this game for funny things like this. It really brings out character in your characters, which is fucking awesome. Let me add these over here for later. Alright, next up, what weapon proficiency do I want with her? I'm going to make her proficient. Here's the thing, when you master proficiencies, what happens is they go on the innovation board as a mastery and everyone benefits. So a good idea is to keep everyone different. I'm going to make her fist and tooth. So we have someone working towards that goal. If she can survive to get it, she will be fist and tooth proficient. That is one of the options, right? Yes, fist and tooth. The only problem working towards that is she has to actually do damage with a fist or a tooth. What does the bone blade count as? Sword. Alright. She'll probably be mostly throwing her darts, but I'll leave her at fist and tooth. Next up is Dixie Kong. Dixie rolls a 10. I believe that falls into the 7. So she will gain a random fighting art. What do we get? She gets Monster Claw style. Your fist and tooth attacks gain +1 accuracy, +1 strength, and savage. Alright, retcon, because it makes the most sense to do this now. She will be fist and teeth. She will be fist and tooth since she just got a huge boost to it. She can be fist and tooth too. I wish darts had a proficiency. They never gave darts a damn proficiency. No. Daggers are. Katanas, whips, katars, swords, clubs, grand weapons, spear, fist, tooth, shield, bow. I'll leave her as a fist and tooth proficient as well. This way we have 2 people working towards it. I'll just have to remember to try and cause at least 1 wound with her fist and teeth in every fight that I can. That is not going to be feasible. I'll switch it to sword. I don't have to be stubborn here. In all honesty, you can switch proficiencies. When you choose to switch proficiencies, you lose all of your progress towards it. You also lose your specialist card if you had it. But you can switch at any time, so I don't know why I'm treating this as such a big deal. Alright, so that was Dixie Kong's and Palutena. I don't know what Palutena will be proficient in. She gets a 10, she gets a 12, that will hit the 7 to 15, so she gets a random fighting art as well. And this one is the heroic fighting art. Once per showdown, if you are standing adjacent to the monster and have 3+ survival, you may spend all of your survival for one automatic hit that inflicts a critical wound. Interesting. She has a one-time founding stone for sacking all of her survival. Interesting. Okay. That does it for everybody coming of age due to 2 XP. The next thing to handle is the settlement event. So we had 15. I remembered. Wow, you can get up to 100+? Damn. Alright, well, 7 to 20. -2 endeavors. The elders teach up to 2 survivors with 0 hunt experience an old trick. They each gain 1 permanent accuracy and +10 survival. That's not too bad considering our limit is already at 7. So I have to lose 2 endeavors. And we have to choose 2 people with no XP. So, you know who we can choose? Let's introduce you guys to the 2 kids that we had. I did rolls for these. So what happened was I rolled to see whose last name they would follow. So we have Lindis Mushroom, and whoever's last name they followed, I picked a character that I thought of from the series, and Peach got both of the last name, so her lineage will continue on strong. I just have to find the other kid. It's not Marth, he's the father. It is not Mario. You know what? If only it was easy to put them in here without folding up their goddamn sheets, then I could actually search for the names, but I can't complain. Because, like, if I set them up at 1, yeah, they would get sucked in. It's hard to tell them what one to go in. Unless I have the search open. Let's start doing that then. This will be the kid that I want. And he vanished. Where did he go? Okay, he went in there. No, that's the wrong kid. Where is Roy? Didn't mean to do that. Alright, Brock is in there. Let's get... Amoongus was the kid. Amoongus Mushroom is Toadette's kid. And I forget who the father was. Toadette and Brock's kid. I'm looking for Roy, because I made Roy... Lindis... It shouldn't be Mushroom. That's actually a mistake. It's Linda's Toadstool and Roy Toadstool. Mushroom is Toadette's last name. Linda's Toadstool. Alright, I'll just use one at a time. It might, once I start doing this, maybe it'll be easier for me to actually find people. That's Martha Altia. Link Kokiri. Where, did he get absorbed into somebody's sheet? That's what I'm starting to think occurred. Alright, here's what I'll do. Shrink it. Yeah, that's what happened. There he is. I have to change his last name. Roy Toadstool. He got absorbed into someone's sheet. Now that I'm doing this, maybe I can avoid that conundrum. Someone else got sucked in. No, no one else got sucked in. Hopefully. So this is supposed to be Roy Toadstool. Say hello to Roy and Linda's from FE7, Roy from FE6, why not, and Smash Brothers. So they gain 10 survival, and they gain 1 permanent accuracy. That's pretty cool. And I guess that ends this event here. This settlement event. Yes, so that's all done. Let's do this the right way now. Also, I will adjust these two. So we have Peach. This is actually far more genius than I'm doing like this. Get Lindis. we have only 6 girls, but 3 of them I keep taking out in the party, which I probably should split it to be 2 and 2, or take 3 boys. We'll see what I'm feeling for the next hunt, because we have a lot of spare boys. All right. After that, we update the death count after the settlement event, and then I think we're ready for the next story event. So I did everything correctly, I hope. Yes. Update the timeline. So when we return, thank you guys for watching. I will pack all this stuff away. Once again, we'll craft and all that good shit together. Once I get back, it is Lantern Year 4. We have a nemesis ahead of us. And Gorm Weather, whatever the fuck that is. So I hope you guys are excited to see that. Thank you very much for watching, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.